Thank you very much for inviting me to speak about the role of artificial intelligence in the education. Hope all of you have heard about this term artificial intelligence in the different context. Sometimes it was presented as the way to solve the problems in our society. Artificial intelligence describes the man-made intelligence in machines, and it could be used to automate as well as provide intelligent interaction with machines or computerized systems. In such environment, it will be difficult to identify whether other party is a man or machine. Few decades ago, AI was used in science fiction or entertainment episodes. Hope you may remember Knight Rider or Terminator episodes. We didn't believe it, but we have to believe it now. Human is the strongest in this world because of their intelligence. If another animal could possess the intelligence, obviously it would be a big threat. It is going to be an artificial man-made animal. On the other hand, if we can use intelligence machines for the benefit of the mankind, this world is going to be a heaven. AI is a subdiscipline, comes under the computer science. However, AI has many roots to several other disciplines. You may have heard many terms directly or indirectly linked to AI, such as machine learning, computer vision, natural language processing, and neural network. I invite you to watch this small video, What is AI for People in Hurry, to see those key terms, how they are linked. How do we identify the intelligence? It is simply based on the interaction and behavior. It reminds me of an old phrase, a fool could become a wise man until he is silent. There are a lot of things which we do not need intelligence, but are expected to be performed by intelligent people. For example, routine work. You can train animals or machines to do so-called intelligent things, like in a gypsy show, dancing monkey who plays the camarala's role. Artificial intelligence are bad for life. Consider the artificial drink of mango or tomato juice. It is difficult to identify them by checking their taste. When it is said artificial, we do not like and do not like to believe it. But artificial things could be made to minimize the side effects than the natural things. However, everyone has the right to know whether it is real or artificial. Let me take an example from the university administration. Security guards and the security system in the university. In every gate, they look at your car and to see whether there is a label showing the permission to enter into the university. They sometimes stop you for checking your temperature or talking to you if they fail to see the permission label on the car. In this manual system, there are many limitations and sometimes no security. We can set up an automatic gates with electronic passes. It is a kind of an electronic system which could be connected to CCTV cameras. There are some level of automation and reports could be generated to validate the security. Different services could be easily implemented using such functions, such as ticket-based parking or for visitors. It is possible to reduce or remove the number of staff required when a computer-based system is established. It will be more secured than the manual system and more productive with respect to the management. In AI-based system, vehicles will be scanned to identify both the vehicle and the driver. System validate immediately and guide the driver for a suitable location to park based on the conditions. The system will analyze the vehicle data and usage, will inform the management based on the given condition to take the necessary actions. CCTV monitoring could be enhanced to provide 24-hour security for vehicles as well as people in the university. The system will inform the authorities about all unauthorized parking before it will create a problem. AI-based security system will be more advanced and there is no need to have human security staff. Manual systems are based on the standard operating procedures, SOPs, and term of preferences. They are slow and have high overhead, many limitations. Computer-based systems replace some people, but we need new people to operate them based on the instructions. The productivity will be high. On the other hand, AI-based systems automate even without people. Such systems are taking the decision based on the past data. At the beginning, the system is guided to learn things based on a data set known as a supervised learning. In some cases, we cannot teach the system. Let the system to learn by itself, known as unsupervised learning. Later, the system could be enhanced, allowing to learn by the facts for the situation, known as reinforced learning. However, the architecture of the AI-based systems emerge from the computer-based system. This is a stage in the digital transformation. There are many approaches to AI-based system development. If you are interested more about it, please watch the small video on the blueprint of the digital transformation for details. Someone could argue that human teachers will be a meaningless group due to the AI integration into education. Sometimes this may happen in few decades later. It should not be a serious thing to consider at this level. Without AI, our job will be meaningless. We cannot do things without the right tools. AI is a tool, not a threat. The current development in AI has a major impact on the education. Many countries have already started using AI for education. I invite you to watch these two videos to know how AI is used in education and how future education system would be. All of you have some experience of using current LMS in your faculty. It is a kind of a virtual space to share resources and facilitate communication among teachers and students. It is a system managed by the school or faculty and contains many limitations. For example, consider you are teaching a course of 20 to 40 students. It is harder to keep a track of all these students, giving individual attention, guide them based on their background. We say learning is a student responsibility and we facilitate it. In a larger course of 100 to 300, we hardly know about the learners we appoint teaching assistant to respond to student questions. TA, instructor, tutor, is the facilitator of the course. It is an important role supporting students to learn. TA can also support students to some extent, only irrespective of the number of students. AI-based solution can be developed to overcome this issue. We call it AI-powered chatbot, who can replace TA in the course. Chatbot could continuously monitor and communicate with the student, reminding the pending learning activities. It could also guide to find literature based on the performance of the student. Reports to teacher if the attention is required. Simply, chatbot could provide 24/7 assistance with respect to the subject-related Q&A. It may also group students to provide special tutorials, review learners, considering all the courses. Chatbot can also help the teacher by reviewing the course content using external sources and providing references. This will create a personalized learning environment when we integrate AI with our normal learning management system. This is not something to be done in the future. It is already happening. I invite you to watch the story of Jill Watson at Georgia Tech. There are so many examples and use cases of AI in higher education. AI support to LMS is based on the Learn Analytics. It enhances the e-facilitation and guides the students' learning on behalf of the teachers. Learn Analytics refers to the collection and analysis of data about learners and their environment for the purpose of understanding and improving the learning outcomes. It is more than system access statistics. The context could be captured using the IoT devices. Here is a good example from a school in China. Please see how AI and IoT could change the learning environment. Traditional learning management systems could be enhanced in different ways using AI techniques as discussed in these videos. AI could be used to develop the following categories of applications. For example, task automation, reducing the workload of the teachers and administrators, personalized learning based on the background of the learner, universal access, addressing the language issues, supporting differently able students, then smart content creation based on the guidelines of the teachers, teaching the teacher to update the knowledge teacher, reduce the classroom issues, especially when the number is large, 24/7 assistance to the students. Finally, I would like to say AI-based technology would make the world another heaven or hell. It depends on the number of good things and few bad things. In the future, AI systems know you better than you. Your privacy will be challenged. AI could be used to produce an article on behalf of you, which cannot be detected using the plagiarisms of data. Human rights will be challenged in the context of AI. Sometimes AI could create a duplicate man or woman. We do not know whether we are talking to a real person or his AI version. It is not a science fiction anymore longer. Good or bad, impossible is becoming possible. It is good or bad. is not a responsibility of AI, but the people who are behind the AI will decide it. Thank you very much.